everyone, let's start our daily vlog on traditional keto. Hey, good morning, friends. So I mentioned that I would start filming my daily food, doing just an old-fashioned original keto. So nothing special about it other than obviously we're going to restrict our ingredients and our carbohydrates. The reason I'm doing this is to help work with my rheumatoid arthritis flares and also kind of like sharpen my mind because it's been really super high stress, and to deal with some healing that I've needed to do from my injury over the winter, which has had a dip in my athletic performance. So we're just gonna go right back to square one and start over and just do really nice healthy eating. So that's what we thought we would do, daily food plan. No crazy fast. We're not gonna be doing wild sardines for 4 days. If you need to do that for particular reasons, consult with your doctor or at least get an appointment with Dr. Boz. But if you don't need to do that, don't do crazy things to lose weight fast. Do what you need to do for your body to help optimize your health. And that is what you're looking to do. And as your body heals, if weight loss needs to happen, that will happen in time. So there's my little rant. I will try not to get on that again, but in the meantime, let's talk about my favorite breakfast. So, influenced by non-American cultures, I love soup. I find it very satisfying. It warms my body up. It helps me, especially if I've done the exercise. Now, today I did not exercise. I usually do like to go for a nice brisk walk first thing in the morning, get everything pumping. But today I had to take my child to the airport, and I just not. Exercise is going to come later in the day. I think that today for movement, I'm going to do, actually, I think I'm going to try and just center myself a little bit and do some of those long sitting squats. So deep squats where you sit for 10-15 minutes at a time, up to 30 minutes a day, and just kind of give my legs some strength and give my body some time to center. I like to meditate when I do that. But back on topic. I know it's early, so these things happen. So what I have here is a Korean product. It's the Aussie brand, ASSI. You can see, hold that out there for you. And you can see it says seaweed noodles. So you remember a while back, we had another YouTube channel that made the viral videos on molecular gastronomic noodles, where they use some egg white powder or eggs and a variety of different things mixed with sodium alginate and then put in a calcium bath to create a noodle. Well, this is the commercial product for this. It's just one brand. There are many brands. There's a Sea Tangle noodle brand, but I buy these at the International Grocery because they honestly, because they're about a quarter of the price of buying the Sea Tangle at Whole Foods. And the nutrition label on these are crazy. It says there's 20 servings in the container. I eat a larger amount of noodles. And so for me, this is 4 or 5, maybe 6 servings top. But they do require some effort. Let me see if I need scissors. I was kind of looking, I don't see them. A Dyson sighting. It's like, what are we doing? It's up so early, because he usually gets to sleep in while we get up and moving. So anyways, in the bag, I know you can't see, but there's some fluid. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to just pull out the noodles themselves. So you can see they come in this, these are a lot of noodles. This ginormous, very stiff blob. And I'm going to just dump them right into this bowl. They're stuck in the package. I don't want to spill on my counter. Usually I do this over the sink. Okay, it's a lot of noodles. But they're stuck together and they're very crunchy. Like, let me hold this little piece out here for you so you can see. They're not soft. They're almost plastic feeling. And that's totally 100% normal. So this is a sodium alginate bath. So we're just or the calcium bath rather. We're gonna get rid of that. So throw that in a second. So they come like this. Yeah, obviously you don't want nasty crunchy noodles. So we have to do what is known as a softening process on there. I've seen people, you can use anything you want. You can use vinegar if you like. I am using lime juice. I don't know why, because I have lime juice, that's why. And then a sprinkle of baking soda. And then the next thing we do, I know this feels very fussy, but it's not that fussy, is we're gonna put some water just to get it a good bath going. It's a big bowl of noodles. Admittedly, the sea tangle noodles come in a smaller quantity, but now we just need to roll these out a little bit in that bath and get that lime juice and baking soda. Sometimes you'll notice that you may need to add a little more. Like I said, this is a lot of noodles, so let me just give this, and it just takes a little bit of time. But what's that doing is you can already see it working. How now instead of a big ginormous glob, they're loosening up. They're getting clear and sparkly, just like your glass noodles. And they're getting, like I said, very slick. I threw one on the counter, so we'll just throw that back in there. And you can also see that they're sinking down in the bowl because they're no longer as stiff. It does take a few minutes. And I know, so now we just have some things to chat about, right? So why am I doing this? I told you, I just had gotten sloppy. I hadn't been tracking like I normally do, which, I know we tell people you don't got to track, and some people don't. For me, it's very easy to get, I don't know, just not doing right with for myself and my body and my seizure control. Of course, which is like super important. Like, I can't be letting myself get back into having seizures. Like, why would I do that? So I just got to give myself a kick in the ass. But also, I think that because lately in the keto sphere, where for a long time we had a lot of really good influencers who talked about science and body healing and diabetes reversal, it's become very weight loss focused and really diety, which is not something I'm on board with. See, I'm still ranting about it. It's just gotten to be too far deep in the weeds for me. And I thought a lot of people might just need to go back and see what regular old keto looks like when you're not trying to do an elimination diet, when you're not trying to accelerate your fat loss or troubleshoot things, or just trying out something because influencers are doing it. So lots of different reasons to do so. Anyway, so now my noodles are nice. You can see how much they shrunk down in the bowl where they were like overflowing. I don't know that you can really see the difference in them from the video, but instead of being sort of murky clear, now they are murky. Now they are super clear and looking like glass. They're soft and pliable instead of crunchy. So the next step is that we gotta rinse that off, because you don't want to be eating lime juice and baking soda in your noodles. Also, they're ridiculously silly to get into your hands. So, oh, there's my colander. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to give them a nice healthy rinse. So sorry for some noise there. I know, not like the most exciting video ever, right? But, like I said, it's just one of my very favorite meals. So you'll see this a lot this week because I just opened this brand new package, and you really don't want them in your fridge more than like 4 or 5 days. It's not like they really go bad, but I just don't. I feel like they do lose their texture and their mouthfeel, and they kind of begin to disintegrate. So you want to make sure that you take care of that and eat them up. Now, if you're not used to a lot of high fiber, know that these noodles will they can cause you some tummy issues because they are high fiber. And don't let that scare you off. I know that we've had some anti-vegetable, anti-fiberness. That's not what they mean. They're not talking about fiber from your broccoli or fiber from your seaweed. You know, that they're talking about when products are bulked up with fibers to artificially reduce the carb count. That's not this. This is fine. By the way, I just have my bone broth right in my little electric hot pot. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on to get that heating up. I enjoyed it so much during the live stream, having another fatty bulletproof coffee. It's just 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of MCT. Remember, if you are new to MCT oil, it might give you tummy distress. Start with only half a teaspoon. And even that may give you a little bit of tummy issues right at first. So just remember, you have to kind of build that up. It's going to help with your gut health and make you feel a whole lot better. Of course, maybe not initially if it's giving you tummy issues. Anyway, so I've got my noodles here. And I'm going to just put most of them in here in a water bath to store in the fridge. So you can see I've got a pretty big storage here. I may need a secondary. No, we're good. And you just go ahead and you put more water in here. You store them in water. Just takes a second to get it in there. There we go. And they will just go in the fridge now, which I'll do after the video. Oh, whoops. Dropped a bunch of Tupperware lids. So we'll set that aside. I'll put it away after the video. So, get these a little shake off. So you can see I've got quite a bit of noodles. You can see here, we'll pour them in so you can see. It's a pretty hearty amount. Go ahead and cover that up. Let me pick up my lid and go ahead and get my stuff put away there. There we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I let this heat up, and the noodles will absorb the broth flavor, but I am in a hurry because it's morning time and I want to eat my breakfast and go and relax before work. So I'm going to dump in. I've just got some beef. It's sirloin strips. Just dump that in. Let's give it a little stir. And it smells good, so that's nice. And I'm going to make a mess, throw some on the counter. Basically, this just has to be covered up and left to cook for a little bit. So give me 2 seconds and I'll be back and I'll show you the next step to my soup. Alright everyone, so here is the last step to the soup. You know, I've got my beef in here and I want to just show you the noodles, how they have become totally pliable, soft, slippery. You can see they're not even kinked up anymore. They're just regular old glass noodles at this point. I mean, not regular old because they're seaweed noodles, but you know what I'm saying. So the last thing I have is 2 eggs, and I'm just going to make sure I shove stuff aside. You want to make sure that they can get into the broth. I just pour my 2 eggs right in there to poach. Give it a little bit of a cover with some of the broth. We leave this for another 3 minutes for those eggs to cook. I'm going to turn it back up. So, and that's basically it. So I'll show you the finished soup in just a few moments. All right, good morning everyone. So here we are. I have my soup all good and ready to go. So I just kind of grab some of the stuff so it doesn't splash too much as I put it into the bowl. All right, so I've got my 2 poached eggs, my noodles, my beef. I've added a little bit of pickled ginger and one of my egg crepes for the side, or wrap, whatever you want to call it. I warmed it up just a little slightly in the air fryer, and that's it. We're good to go. Bulletproof coffee, a nice hearty meal, and if you're wondering, it's 4 carbs for the soup. For the noodles, it's all fiber. There's 0 sugar or anything else, or starch. It's all fiber. And then, of course, the 2 carbs for my cup of coffee, because coffee has carbohydrates. So there you go. Other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have myself an icy cup of sparkling water with a packet of Element in it. So there's meal 1 for today. I know this is a longer introduction. Don't worry, we're not going to do this elaborate cooking for every meal. And if we get right down to it, that was not elaborate cooking. Other than I had to prepare some noodles ahead of time and do the whole soaking process, nothing. But you can see this is a giant bowl of soup. We'll be back later with my next meal. Hey friends, so I just got back from a walk. I have meetings in a few minutes here, so I made a quick lunch, and it is just a Keto chocolate core frosty. For it, I used 3 ounces of light cream. I know, but we had it, and so I decided to just use it. And the Keto chocolate core, unsweetened. So I added a little bit of monk fruit extract to bring it out, and then crushed ice, and blended it all up in my NutriBullet. So it comes out, it melts quickly, but it's scoopable. And it's going to be perfect. It's going to get me through my next few meetings and also cool me down because it is so humid out. So I'll see you with meal 3 this afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, good afternoon everyone. Here we are, meal 3 for the day. I have some broiled in the air fryer tilapia and some cauliflower rice. I'm about to add a tablespoon of butter to it. I should have done that before I turned the camera on, but we're just going to finish my butter off here. And I guess we'll have some more dishes from the dishwasher in a little bit. So that is my meal 3. I also have a bottle of water. I'm going to throw an Element in there. So just a random flavor pick. Don't know what it'll be yet. And that's it for the day. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's keto day of eating. See you soon. Bye-bye.